That hasn't happened. On the other hand, South Korea, economic growth, pressure for political freedoms, democracy. Taiwan, economic growth, pressure for political freedoms, it's a democracy. Why was Henry Rowan, who was no fool, I don't know that you knew him, but I did. Henry Rowan was a highly intelligent man. How did he get it wrong?
If my memory is correct, Henry Rowan, I read the stuff in the archives here at the Hoover, predicted that China would be a democracy by the year 2015.
And this is the later, I'm going a little soft on him actually, because he revised that, he put it back a decade in a later article. Yes.
Yes.
But at first he thought it was going so quickly it would be 2015. You're quite right.
Yes. So it just sounded a little bit like assessments of the Soviet Union's economy in the 1960s and 70s. It will overtake the United States, but of course the date is constantly postponed.
In my team, which is create flow, monetize flow, then add friction. And so it's like you have to run water through the machine. You have to get flow into the system to see where it's going to break so that you know what real actually looks like rather than just trying to get rich on Excel. The second is the framework that I use for scaling advertising or scaling marketing in any niche. More, better, new. When you're starting out, more is almost always the answer. And so I remember when I was thinking about getting into content, I paid someone who had made a lot more content, had a much bigger brand, and I said, hey, what should I be doing? What should I do to make my content better? And he's like, dude, you don't need to make your content better. He was like, you're just not making anything. And so what he did was he pulled up his profile on LinkedIn and he pulled up my profile on LinkedIn. And he was like, I posted 5 times a day. You haven't even posted. And then he pulled up Instagram and he pulled up my Instagram. And he's like, I posted 2 times a day. You posted once a week. I was like, man. He's like, okay, let's pull up YouTube and then my YouTube. And he just went platform by platform.
Giving someone the silent treatment is one of the most manipulative, dysfunctional ways to behave in an adult relationship. I mean, think about the silent treatment, like a kid. Fine, I'm not going to talk to you. When somebody gives you the silent treatment, number one, it's probably something that their caregivers gave to them when they were a kid. So this is their default way of dealing with conflict and upset. They take themselves away from you. They turn away from you. They, instead of turning toward you to resolve conflict, they keep things in a gridlock because they refuse to talk to you about it.
Here's the popular version of the story. A protest had been held every year called Day of Absence, where minority students and faculty stayed off campus to make a statement about racial issues. In 2017, it was requested that white students and faculty leave campus instead for that year's Day of Absence. Brett vocally protested this idea, saying that you can't force people off campus just for being white. As a result, liberal SJW students threatened Brett with baseball bats, the media erupted with a story about reverse racism, and Brett became a hero overnight by standing up for marginalized white people everywhere. Of course, the reality is totally different. The Day of Absence had always been a voluntary activity where all students could attend workshops and discussions of their choosing, and this year was no different. It was simply that the locations of these discussions had changed, with the off-campus site only able to accommodate 200 people, making it obvious that it was not expected for all white students to attend, nor
Is there something wrong?
I can't be the first one to make you feel weird about it.
No, I guess not.
Wearing sunglasses and a big bushy beard, Phoenix mumbled awkwardly through the discussion, causing the host to take verbal shots at him.
What can you tell us about your days with the Unabomber?
While this turned out to be a spoof for his mockumentary, I'm Still Here, the media genuinely believed Phoenix was having a breakdown, and producers stayed away from him.
But you're not going to act anymore?
No.
Huh. Why is that?
I don't know.
The actor admitted in a later interview that the quality of scripts sent to entice him had vastly dropped after the stunt. It took several critically acclaimed projects to put Phoenix's career back on track.
Thank you for letting me come on the show.
Yes, well, we've been dying to have you back a year and a half.
Number 19, Belle Gibson.
Are you prepared?
You got 2 people playing with the Lord and 1 who don't believe in him.
I am in a janky, I won't say that because I told them I'm in the embassy suites in Oklahoma City. My flight got diverted. I had to find something at a local place. I was going to be something else, but we worked it out, y'all. We worked it out. Y'all look festive.
Y'all see I got my sage and all. Incense is burning, so I'm feeling right. All right.
Yo, this outfit is choking me out. I cannot. Wow, your
I'm
hair,
hot.
is that synthetic?
I have no idea what this is. I know it's hot and I can't.
Even if the price goes up, you still just have one. How do you make that into like 1.5 or 2? It's very difficult to work for it. Like leverage is maybe the only way to do it. Leverage may be the only way to do it. You leverage down 2 to 1, and then when the price goes up, you have more. That's one way to actually increase it. And that may be one of the only ways to do it. But if you're trying to work your way for it, you know, the idea of work has always just been something taught to you by your school, your whole entire upbringing, your education, your teachers, your professors, your boss. Everybody told you to just be a diligent worker.
74% of people that watch this channel didn't subscribe. We're now down to 69%. My goal is 50%. So if you've ever liked any of the videos we've posted, if you like this channel, can you do me a quick favor and hit the subscribe button? It helps this channel more than you know, and the bigger the channel gets, as you've seen, the bigger the guests get. Thank you and enjoy this episode. Dr. Joe. 95% of who we are by the age of 35 is programmed. When I read that in your work, it kind of hit me like a ton of bricks because I just turned 30. And if what you're saying there is true, without realizing it, there's a puppet master that sits above me that's calling the shots in a way that I don't think I've realized. Is that true?
I think if we define a habit as a redundant set of automatic